Okay, this is going to be video number 9, and we're going to move on to combat shooting and home defense. Okay, the first and most obvious thing that you should do, you should have your weapon loaded. That means it's combat ready and you should have it available to you. Now, I'm going to give you a quick little tour of my home via the video camera, and I'm going to show you why here. Okay. First, this is my back bedroom where sometimes I practice guitar and stuff. Now, it's kind of sort of cut off from the rest of the house. You can see the long hallway and the door right there. So, since I'm cut off when I'm practicing back here, I keep my weapon right on the nightstand there just in case anybody breaks in, so it's available. Now, I spend a lot of time in the computer room here, so it's the same thing with the computer room. I'm kind of cut off, so when I'm in here I'll keep my Glock right there and again readily available, because that door isn't but about 5 feet away from me. Okay, going up here. Now, the front door is fairly well secured. There's a security door there and there's 4 locks there, so it's probably going to be okay. The windows over there could be easily broken into, but if somebody breaks in the window, you're going to hear glass breaking. This is a bedroom, and obviously when you're sleeping, that's when you're most vulnerable. Having said that, I keep my shotgun over there, and I keep my SIG right over here on a nightstand. The only reason I keep that on a nightstand is that if I have to have it, I want to be awake and fully conscious and actually have to go the 6 feet or so to actually pick up the weapon and utilize it. I don't want to have it right by my bed and have myself pick it up when before I'm fully awake. Now, let me show you something here about this door outside. This is the back entry door to my house. Now, maybe you can see the hinges there. They're about average hinges. It opens inward. Now, it has the deadbolt here, which is supposed to be a long deadbolt, and that's somewhat useful perhaps. But let me show you something here. This door is locked. Say it's late at night. Now, if somebody really wanted in real bad, let's say they're about 6'6" and weigh 300 pounds and they got a heroin habit they want to feed. So they want to get into my house and get everything I've got, and if I'm in the way they'll kill me. It's no problem. It would take them, they could break down that door and knock it off its hinges. They could just run into it with a body block and probably it would open right up. And once they did that and got inside, it's possible that I would have 3 seconds to react to all of that. That's about what would happen. So that's why I say keep your weapon ready and available in a combat mode, because that's what you're up against. If somebody's going to do a home invasion, it's going to go down and you're not going to have that much time to react. Okay, having said that, now here's what the government requires you to do. See this lock here? The government wants you to keep your weapon locked up like this, have the keys in your possession, have it stored away, hopefully in a locked cabinet, have the ammunition stored separately. That's what the government wants you to do with your weapon. This thing is useless right now. What would I do with this? It would be a club maybe if I had to have it. It might be a club like that. It's totally, completely useless. I might as well not even have it. This is what the government requires you to do. Oh, by the way, that probably costs money. I'm sure I paid for that when I bought the weapon. I'm sure they don't give these away. Now, these are part of the things they sell. This says Youth Handgun and Safety Act. It's a big long thing here about what the federal law prohibits and stuff like that. I won't read the whole thing to you because I don't have that much time, and Even though YouTube gives me unlimited free time, that's not worth reading, believe me, but that's what it is. Okay, in the SIG manual here that I have, there's a whole bunch of state warnings about different state warnings and what can happen and this, that, and the other. And yeah, it says, basically it says if little Johnny or Susie gets your weapon and uses it to waste somebody, you and your wife are going to occupy seats A and B in the gas chamber here. Oh, wait a minute, this is 2010. We don't do gas chamber anymore. We do lethal injection. Oh. You know, we don't do lethal injection anymore either. We got 680 people in death row. So maybe that wouldn't happen to you. But here's what the California warning does say. California warning. Children are attracted to and can operate firearms that can cause severe injuries or death. Prevent child access by always keeping guns locked away and unloaded when not in use. If you keep a loaded firearm where a child obtains and improperly uses it, you may be fined or sent to prison. Of course that's in Spanish too. We can't forget the minorities. And got all this stuff from Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, and New York, Texas, even Wisconsin. They got all this stuff in here now. Here they even show you how to do it in case you're stupid. Now, let me see. I didn't bring my pen to check this. Okay, so if you do that, your weapon's not combat ready, obviously, so it's kind of useless to you. Now, I'm not ordinarily given to the use of profanity to express myself. And, you know, I try to make proper use of the English language. Having said that, that's all bullshit. I mean, a weapon is totally useless to you if it's not in a combat-ready condition. Now, here's a more sensible program. Now, contrary to what everybody believes, a lot of children at a relatively young age can utilize firearms and practice safety rules and stuff like that. In fact, several of the shooting academies actually have family memberships, and very, very young children, even as young as 6 years old or maybe even younger, I don't know, go there and are taught firearms safety and firearms handling and stuff like that. And, you know, basically, if your family works together on something like this, there's no reason you have to go through all this. Now, the other thing is, if I have a family, this is 8:20, so I'm going to get through this. If I have a family, I want everybody in this family to know how to shoot. I don't want to be the big masculine protector of the family. I don't want to be the only guy in the family that can utilize a handgun. If I've got a 6-year-old daughter and an 8-year-old son, I want them to be able to use weapons for self-defense too and home protection if it comes to that. I want my wife to be able to use a handgun for home protection. If it gets down to a hostage situation, which happens occasionally, where the bad guy's holding me and he's got a knife to my throat, you know, and he tells everybody to put down the weapon, I want my 6-year-old daughter to take the shot and shoot him in the head if it comes to that. I don't want anybody to put down their weapon and have the home invasion team tie us all up and kill us all. So that's handgun preparedness, and I run 921, so I'm going to cut this off and see you in the next video.